Good afternoon from a sunny UK, Sunday afternoon. I'm doing a dessert. I'm not using the Ninja for the dessert, but this is a simple dessert that I wanted to share with you. It's an absolute favourite of mine and a favourite of my family's. So it's Cranachan. It's a classically, years ago, you could go up to Scotland and get it anywhere. It's not so easy to come across now, but it's one you can make very easily in your home. So let me take you through the ingredients quickly and then I'm going to crack on. So what we're doing is we've toasted, these are just porridge oats, toasted them in the frying pan. It's no big deal, completely dry frying pan, just toast them off. I'll explain that stage later. And this is the basis of your pudding, which is going to be 300 mils of whipping cream topped up with 100 mils of double. You can just use double if you wish. Find it a little heavy if you do. And we're going to incorporate my husband's whiskey. He's not impressed about that, but I'm a Talisker drinker and it's peaty, so that doesn't always work the best in desserts, okay? So I had to nick his. So we're going to incorporate some whiskey, not a lot, and you don't have to, but if you don't put it in, then it's not Cranachan. And we're also going to mix the whiskey and the honey into the cream and the oats. We've got a raspberry coulis that's going to be in there. I went and bought one simply because I haven't got a lot of time today, but the Waitrose one's pretty good and it says raspberry and vanilla coulis. What I'm actually doing is I'm putting a little bit of vanilla bean in there. To me, I can never taste the vanilla in that, and I do like vanilla. And then we've got fresh raspberries. I mean, what a combination. You can't go wrong. To finish, when I get them into my little Italian dessert bowls, I'll be finishing it off with chopped almonds and maybe some shredded chocolate. We'll see what I've got in the fridge. But as I said, and this will stand and keep if you've got friends coming for supper and you want to give them something special or just a family meal. This can stand in the fridge all afternoon, as this will be. I've got my granddaughter staying. So she's possibly having dinner with us tonight. So if she is, there's one for her. Okay, guys, I'm going to crack on. I'll see you in a minute because it's going to. I'm not using my electric whisker. I can't be pestered. I quite enjoy using a good old balloon whisk. So I'm going to whisk this to a soft, fluffy cream. Then you'll come back and we'll show you how we put it together. See you in 5. Okay, I've just finished giving my arms a good exercise. This is what I'm looking for, guys. Just soft peak standing. You don't want, don't take it any further. You don't want your cream splitting. First of all, because I like to, when I'm eating Cranachan, I like to dig into it and always find a bit of gooey, nice raspberry coulis at the bottom. So I'm just adding a touch to the bottom of my first dish. I'm not going to show you all 3 because that's quite boring, but there's just a little start off of a raspberry coulis sat in there. Right, we're going to incorporate. This is the toasted rolled oat porridge oats. Very simple. I got a non-stick frying pan, warmed it up, not hot but nice and warm, sprinkled a good layer. It's about 4 tablespoonfuls, but I'll put the recipe up later on my website. About 4 tablespoonfuls of oats across 1 layer, and just let it sit there for literally a minute, 2 minutes. Shake the pan about, turn them around gently with a wooden spoon so they're moving around and turning over. In all, I think we're on about 3.5 minutes. You do not want them to catch, you do not want them to burn. They'll go very bitter and very unpleasant. So they become a kind of different texture, crunchy once they're toasted. You can feel the texture change if you compare that with the raw oats to guide you, okay? So I'm just going to start. I'm going to incorporate a few of the Cranachan can be served in many different ways in different hotels I've been to in the past. Some places do it in layers. It looks pretty, but it's not always the best way to eat Cranachan because you want your oats incorporating. You don't want to dig into a dry layer of oats. I don't find that pleasant. As I say, it looks quite pretty. I do not find it pleasant. So we'll do it the way I initially had it, and I believe I first had it in the Isle of Skye. Right, okay, so we'll set those to. So we've put sort of about 3 tablespoonfuls in. We're just folding them in. They give such a lovely texture to your cream. I will be putting some more in at the moment. I'm just taking my time with it, making sure everything goes in nice. honey is very important to the... up in Scotland, they always say they use the heather honey, which is beautiful. But today, we're just using an essential squeezy. You need a runny honey. So I'm going to go for 3 tablespoonfuls of honey. I might add more if I feel the balance between the whiskey and the honey is not there. I will add more honey. This dish is about getting your balance right. Okay. And the last one. There we go. This is a very nice, you don't want to use really rubbish whiskey, because that, you know, the flavours are really important. This is a very nice, this is a single malt. It doesn't have to be a single malt. There's some very good blends out there. Just use a whiskey you enjoy having a drink of. Oh, that's lovely. Right, 3 of those. So I'm going to go, because there's a lot of honey on this, I'm going to go 2, 3 and a bit. Okay. Just going to scoop that off there. Leave that like that. I'm going to start to stir that in. I'm going to use now a handful of oats in there, so it all goes in easier. God, this smells amazing. I'm not sure this will stay in the fridge till tonight. That is beautiful. Now I'm going to add my little touch of extra vanilla essence. You only need the tiniest little drop. Beautiful. Too much. About half a teaspoon. That's it. And now we're going to add some coulis, just a little, about a tablespoon. Through your cream, again, work that in. Oh, can't wait to taste this. Now, I think what I'm going to do is because I want some visual effect, so I'm going to taste it actually. Let me take that spoon. Balance is perfect. I'm just debating, I'm going to give another handful of oats to it. Just to give it some crunch. And I think what we'll do is shred a few fresh raspberries into there. Really yummy flavour, guys. Like I say, when I've been in some hotels, I do a layer of oats, a layer of raspberry, a layer of cream, a layer of coulis. Well, it's nice, but the separations, as I say, I much prefer it when it's all amalgamated. And in the islands, definitely, this is how they were serving it. So we're just going to plop that one into there, like that. I'm going to add a couple more fresh raspberries on there, like this, like that, and then a little bit more to cover that. That's the effect I was wanting. I'm going to put a nice raspberry on the top. We're going to go for now the chopped almonds. All the chopped almonds do is add another little bit of crunch. If it was seasonal and there was any mint out there, I'd have a little bit of mint on. Just it gives it a zing. But as it isn't, as we have no fresh mint, so what I'm going to finish this with, because I have no fresh mint in the garden, as I said, I'm going to just crunch up a Cadbury's flake. Put that into there. Let's just finish that off. And I've got enough raspberries to do my other 2 dishes there. And I can't tell you actually how good that tastes. So give this a try, it's really special. As I say, I prefer using whipping cream with just another 100 ml added to it. You still get a lovely stiff cream, but you don't get a heavy cream. Sometimes when you whip double cream, it's quite heavy. Combine that with oats and you could end up, in fact I have been to places where I always tell when they've used a double cream, you're like digging your way through it. It should be light. The original ones I've had in the past, good ones, were light and flavoursome. So that, oh, I wish I could eat it now. I will be eating tonight, okay? Give that a try. It's really easy peasy and it'll stand. See you later, guys.